Hey guys, DRG Vinyl here, and today I'm going to bring you the last custom action figures of Five Nights at Freddy's Series 2, at least until Series 3 comes out in July. So, the last ones we have here is Nightmare FredBear, along with the Rattle, is what I'm going to call him, the Nightmare White Rabbit, Lobit from FNAF World. I have Toxie here, which is just tangled fixed, so that's why I call it Toxie. We also have Mike Schmitz Nightmare Freddy, along with Mike Schmitz Freddie, and also we have a custom Nightmare and teaser Nightmare FredBear, which is the teaser image of Nightmare FredBear before he came out. So let's take a look at Nightmare FredBear first, along with his Rattle. Not Riddle, Rattle. No, R-E-D-D-L-E, Rattle. So here he is. Same thing as the FredBear from FNAF World, just Nightmare in Nightmare form. I originally left his ear on just like the others action figures, but I decided to cut it off because it didn't look right. Overall, I kind of enjoyed painting him. I don't know why. I like how the color looks. It really looks pretty cool. And he stands out really. And his eyes are kind of pink, if you could see for some reason. They're a little pink, especially the left one. Well, this left one. Technically is right. I don't know why, but I can let that pass. And here's the little Rattle. This one was really hard to paint, just like with all the other Freddles, since they're so small. So I didn't really try hard in the stomach, so I kind of just painted on there. It looks a little messy, but it's no big deal for me. So let's I'm gonna bring out FredBear to compare the two. Let's see. I also didn't give him a red trimming on his feet because there was no point. Sorry, there's not really a point to give him red trimmings. Okay. And put him back. Next one we have is the Nightmare White Rabbit. I didn't paint his whiskers white. I painted them white because I had a hard time painting them, or not painting them. I tried to leave them black, but I kind of messed up and I decided to paint it all white. His muzzle, that is. I might go back and try to paint the wires black, but I don't know. I didn't paint his eyes. Well, I painted his eyes black, but not his whole eyeball, because it kind of will look weird since he has a whole bunch of tears and they're all, well, black of course. Overall, he's just the same. I didn't paint the inside of the torso because it's not really necessary. Again, I'm not going to display him like this. I'm going to display him like this. So let's bring out the other White Rabbit, the first one, to compare the two. One of the hardest parts I forgot to mention painting him, like with the others, is this hand. This hand was a little bit tricky. I kept messing up. Some paint is chipping off right now, but I'll go back and fix it. I'll bring these two out. We have here is Lobit from FNAF World and Fix Tangled, aka Toxie. Basically the same thing. They're both the same, well, not same color. The purple's the same, but their color scheme's different. This is more of an orange and this is more of a green. Like I said with the Funtime Fox, you don't really need, if you want to make a Lobit or a Tangled or Toxie, you don't really need to take off the head or anything. You just gotta paint underneath here, and that's basically it. Do be very careful about the eyes because it is pretty tricky. If you guys could see, I can't bring it any closer, but there is some pink on her eyes, so kind of messed up on that, so do be very careful. Originally I was gonna make these two, their bodies all silver, well, mostly with Toxie, because if you all know in FNAF World, Tangle is just a recolored version of Mangle, but I didn't want to make her body all silver because then you would just look at the body instead of the head and the body, and it would look really weird. So that's why she's green. Again, the same thing, be careful because I kind of messed up. You can see some paint right there. So, it's no big deal. At least for me, that is. one I have is Mike Schmitz, Nightmare Freddy, sorry. I do have the other one. One of you guys asked that I make my own animatronic, but I did. This is it. Well, let me bring them out. First, technically, this is it. This is my own animatronic. I made it. So, this is the animatronic I made, which was inspired by Joker's Wild Batman. If you've seen the picture, it's just Batman, but the Batman suit, but the Joker ruined it by painting all over it. This is where this comes from. Again, I took off the arm and I wrote all over him. The paint is lighter on this one compared to this one, since this one's new and this one's already a few months old. So I kind of like how he looks. As you can see, the paint's starting to fade off on here. And this hand is broke and it's pretty chipped, so that's why I'm not going to touch it. And here's the little Mike Schmitz Freddie. Same thing. This one was really easy to do because I didn't really care. And I just put paint all over it. So that's why I didn't really try that much. But again, this is my animatronic. The animatronic I made. For those of you that are asking to make my own, this is it. And let's bring up these two. Some of you were telling me to make Nightmare, and here he is in the clip, the collector clip series 2 form. And then I got another one, and I didn't know what to paint him. But then I thought, why don't I just do a teaser, Nightmare FredBear's teaser for Final Fantasy Freddy's 4, where it's all gray and black, and the only thing that has color is his bow tie. And that's where it comes from. I left his eyes black because we don't know if his eyes are red or black in the teaser, because it just shows his stomach, kind of like this in the picture. Well, you just see his stomach, so that's why I left it like that. This one was really hard to do. This one was somewhat easy, but the Nightmare was pretty hard because of the yellow paint, and I had to make sure I didn't paint over the black line. Kind of messed up a little bit, but it's no big deal for me. So I'm gonna get out all the other ones from series 2 to show you guys. Sorry guys, I forgot to show you the paint that I used to make these. For Nightmare FredBear and the Freddie, I used Tuscan Red, the same paint I used for my Phantom Foxy and Nightmare Phantom Foxy for the whole fur, along with the Freddie as well. I also used bright red for the muzzle and stomach and inner ear. For the Nightmare White Rabbit, I used white, and along with black as well for his eyes. For the low bit, I don't have the orange paint, but I used I believe it was called spiced carrot is what it's called. And for the purple, the rosy cheeks and top and bow tie, I used purple iris. And for her hook, I used, gunmetal gray as a symbol, Chaos Emerald symbol on it. Same thing for Toxie, aka Fixed Tangled. I used purple iris for rosy cheeks and bow tie, along with the lipstick as well. And I used spring green for the ears, muzzle, stomach, and toes. For Mike Schmitz Nightmare Freddy, aka my custom animatronic, I just used 2 colors, which is white and bright red, along for the Freddie as well. For Nightmare, I used 2 colors. Well, scratch that. Technically 3. I used black, obviously. I used yellow, bright yellow for the top hat, and I used, I believe, pewter gray. Yes, pewter gray for the stomach. Same thing for the teaser Nightmare FredBear. I just used 2 colors. The pewter gray for the whole body, and black for the eyes. So now I'm gonna get all the other custom animatronics that came out of series 2 and show you them. And here's every single one from series 2. The Nightmare Golden Freddy, Nightmare Spring Bonnie, along with the collector clip version, and the golden Freddie, Nightmare Shadow Freddy, Nightmare Shadow Bonnie. Where is that? Oh, here's the Shadow Freddie, the Nightmare Phantom Freddy, Nightmare Phantom Chica, along with the Nightmare Phantom Cupcake, Nightmare Phantom Toxie, along with Phantom Mangle, Nightmare Phantom Nightmare On. The keychain version is back there, right there. Nightmare FredBear, Nightmare White. Oh, I forgot to show you the Phantom Freddie, Nightmare FredBear, along with the Freddie, Nightmare White Rabbit, Lowbit, and Toxie, aka Fixed Tangle, and Mike Schmitz, Nightmare Freddie, aka My Custom Animatronic, along with his Freddie version, Mike Schmitz Freddie. And lastly, we have, well, Nightmare and Teaser Nightmare FredBear. So overall, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the Five Nights at Freddy's Series 2 custom action figures. Look forward to Series 3, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Bye.